what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Tuesday, April 25th edition. This is a live shot looking towards Gondola 1 and the covered bridge first thing this morning. Now, we were sad to see the mountain close over the weekend, but we are excited to see that sunshine that you can see out there first thing this morning. Now, we will see slight shifts in that weather throughout the course of today, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. I'm your in-studio host today, Maddie Evans, and we've got a great 2 hours of Good Morning Vail in store for you for the next little bit, so we hope that you stay around for the next 2 hours because we're going to introduce you to some very fun things. Now, we've got some great national holidays to celebrate on a day like today. The first one is National DNA Day. So if you're someone who likes to know your heritage, your lineage, well, then your DNA is the key to doing just that. It's also National Telephone Day and National MS Week. Now, although we're a mighty community, and we've got great nonprofits for all of these wonderful things that take place throughout our community. And so National MS Week, we've got Can Do MS as a fabulous nonprofit here. So if you or anyone you know is struggling with MS, well, then that's a great resource and tool that you can access here in our wonderful community. Now, some great things taking place in and around our community for today. You can make your way over to the Eagle Valley Library District and you can participate in some of their wonderful story times. Now, they've got so many different story times based on the age of your child, whether you want to do baby lap sit, toddler, preschool, or you want to do a family story time and include everyone. They also offer a great bilingual story time, and so you can go to evld.org, click on events, and then click on that story time little tab, and then it will give you all of these story times. They even have bedtime story times. So if you have not joined the Eagle Valley Library District, well, then it's the easiest thing to do. All you have to do is take in a photo ID, then you can get your library card, and then you can partake in all of these wonderful events because they always have so many happening. Now, if you're looking for a great way to ground yourself a little bit first thing this morning, well, then you can make your way over to Anahata Yoga in Minturn for a donation-based guided meditation. Now, the meditation is only about 30 minutes long, but this is just a great way to maybe center yourself after we've had a very long ski and snowboard season. Now, like I said, it is donation based, and all of the donations go to the Heart Foundation, which the Heart Foundation helps people in need access yoga and the wonderful resources that they offer, or yoga, I should say, offers you. Now, if you're looking for something else to do later into this afternoon and evening, well, then the Walking Mountains Science Center still has their Climate Action Week taking place. Now, this is 10 days of full-blown activities that they've been doing, but today at 5:30, you can make your way for a green building tour to the One Riverfront Complex in Avon. Now, this is a great way for you to get out, see how maybe your business or your building can become more sustainable, and they're making some big strides throughout our community to make this happen. So One Riverfront in Avon, Colorado, tonight at 5:30 p.m. Now, you can go to walkingmountains.org for some more information and to see the remaining few days of what's happening with Climate Action Week, only because this is a great way to get out and get involved in the community. Now, we were talking about the Eagle Valley Library District just a minute ago. They've got another great activity taking place tonight, and that's the Eagle Valley Library District Teen Dungeons and Dragons Night. So if you have a teenager who's interested in this incredibly, I would say, difficult game, but only because I struggle with the 20-sided dice, then this is a great way to get out there and make sure that you participate in the fun. Now, this kicks off at 5:30 p.m., and you can start learning, or you can help other people learn the wonderful activity of Dungeons and Dragons. Now, they've expanded this, and there's an adult night too, so if you're an adult who's interested in getting out there and playing some D&D, well, then you can do just that at the Avon Public Library. For more information, you can go to evld.org, and then you can see their full lineup of events. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more athletic to do, if you like volleyball, well, then you can make your way over to Drop In Volleyball at the Avon Elementary School for some great activities that they're doing there. This kicks off at 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Now, this is adults only, and it is a $5 registration, so you can go online. You can go through the Town of Avon's website. It is a $5, like I said, registration, and you can register online to make it nice and convenient for you. And then you can get over there and you can play some volleyball, which is a ton of fun, and especially if you're one of those people who loves to make their way to Nottingham throughout the course of the summer and play the great game of volleyball. Now, we've got a great show in store for you for the next 2 hours of Good Morning Vail. Like I was talking about, we're going to introduce you to the scoreboard update first thing this morning. That way, if you were wondering what's happening with all of our local athletes at our high school level, well, then we'll give you that here in just a little bit. We're going to introduce you to some fabulous local activities and some businesses that you can get out there and do. And then, of course, we might do some cooking with Tracy Miller from Colorful Cooking. Now, we want to talk about the bread of the day, so let's take a look at that. The bread of today is going to be delicious. Now, you can always find sourdough bread down at Knapp Harvest, brought to you by Amaza Bread Company. And all of this is baked locally, daily, and fresh in Eagle. But the bread of today is a seeded rye bread. So if you love to make delicious sandwiches, well, then this is the way to do so. So you can make your way down to Eagle. You can thank Amaza for their wonderful breads, but then you can go purchase their wonderful breads at Knapp Harvest. That's been a look at your bread of the day. Remember, it is seeded rye, so if you love that rye bread, well, then make your way down to Knapp Harvest. And then, of course, like I said, daily sourdough bread. So they are going to be delicious. It's all made with love. Anything baked fresh daily is going to make your taste buds very happy. That's been a look at your bread of the day. Now let's take a look at that local weather forecast. We are expecting to see some precipitation throughout the course of today, so if you are getting out there to do anything, just be prepared for that weather to change a little bit. Now, we are expecting increased chances of precipitation, 34 degrees around 8 a.m., high of 45 degrees, 70% chance of snow, but since we are seeing those warmer temperatures, it's going to be more of that wintry mix where we see the rain at the lower elevation, snow at the higher elevation. Now, partly cloudy skies early this morning, rain and snow into this afternoon, winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of today, which could make that 45 degrees feel just a little bit chillier than it actually is. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, we are expecting to see that sunshine first thing this morning, and we saw that as we were taking a look at that covered bridge shot. Cloud coverage rolling in, rain into the afternoon, snow as we approach this evening, continuing overnight. Now, they're saying that this storm front is really going to hit the east side of that continental divide, but we will see that snow accumulate at those higher elevations. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, the temperatures down in Denver just slightly warmer, 52 degrees, 70% chance of precipitation, 45 in Vail, with a 70% chance of moisture, 46 in Avon, 70% chance of precipitation, decreasing just a little bit as we make our way west towards Eagle, 48 degrees with a 60% chance of moisture. So a low pressure system sitting above that I-70 corridor. If you are traveling, those traction laws are in effect going up and over Vail Pass. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 27 degrees is our overnight low. 80% chance of snowfall now. Snow showers to cloudy skies is what we're expecting overnight tonight. Wind shifting directions just slightly coming out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, temperatures reaching up into the high 40s, 48 degrees is the high. 20% chance of precipitation continuing into Thursday with that 20% chance of moisture, high of 53 degrees. We will see those temperatures dip down by Friday, 46 degrees, 20% chance of moisture. But then by Saturday, this is what we love to see, that beautiful sunshine, 56 degrees out there, continuing into Sunday, mostly sunny skies, high of 60. So if you are getting out there, we are expecting one more day of precipitation. Remember, April showers bring May flowers, and we love to see that come our way. Then we'll see a decrease, slight precipitation roll our way, and then beautiful sunshine into the weekend. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More Scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. One of the things that we love to get to do here is be immersed in our communities. Well, we had the chance to kind of be immersed in the Sundance and Slam Dance Film Festival this year, which was a really cool opportunity to chat with some great producers, some great actors, some great directors. And so we're going to introduce you to a wonderful show called Who's Annie, which is quite hilarious, that was premiered at Slam Dance this year. And so let's take a look. Are you looking to laugh? Well, there is a pilot episode of Who's Annie coming out at Slam Dance for the 2023 screening, and it is going to have you giggling. And I'm so lucky because I'm joined by the star, Annie Pasapia, and I'm joined by Sophia Pierre, who's directed, and they've really collaborated on bringing this entire project together to make it such a wonderful production. So thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
So not everyone has seen the pilot. Everyone has maybe seen the trailer at this point. And so for people who don't know the story, can you guys give us a little background on it?
Sure. Well, it's premiering on the 22nd. We're very excited to finally share it with an audience. It's a 30-minute scripted comedy series that is both about and starring Annie. And the idea for the whole concept for the show happened when Annie and I met at a Burger King in Queens.
Which I think is quite funny that you guys met in a parking lot at a Burger King in Queens. And now, Annie, you have done some crazy things in this career that you have recently just started in acting.
You know, something, I have had so much fun. I only started acting, jumping in about 6 years ago. And it has been, when they say a roller coaster ride, hang on for your life. This is, and it's all fun. I wouldn't jump off, not for the world. Hang On for Your Life. I'll tell you, it's fabulous.
Now, you guys
All
have
crazy stuff.
sorry. You guys have both worked on some big projects, and so for people who may have not known or seen any of your work, can you guys both give us some examples?
Well, Annie's been in every big show that's come out in the past 6 years, often playing often playing a smaller part. She'll be like an inmate, a janitor, a nun. She's had all sorts of crazy roles, and up and coming for her are 10 new projects where she has like bigger roles. And for me, it's been mainly music videos and short films. The short films have been in mainly like art spaces, some film festivals, and I've done music videos for bigger bands like Paramore or The National and Interpol, things like that.
I just have to ask, what has been a career highlight for both of you so far?
Nothing's bigger than this.
I have to tell you, this is huge. I mean, when someone says, "Hey, let's make a TV show about you," I don't know. Like, does it get any bigger than that? But I've done some work on some really cool projects. You know what I mean? Some network TV, some cable TV. I've worked on Manifest, New Amsterdam, Nora from Queens, Aquafina, other shows too. But like that's in the most recent past. But they were exciting. It's really exciting. It really is.
And what a cool moment to have you be the muse and the inspiration behind this entire TV show. So, Sophia, as you're writing this plot, you guys both get to take these very vulnerable parts of your life and kind of expose them, not only in a humor kind of context, but in a context where people might be able to relate to them and it might help them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like it's the whole show is about Annie, right? But it's also about her path in the acting world. And then it's also about women's on-camera roles. So initially, I was going to cast somebody to play me and have that person be me in the series to make this show about a show thing happen. But as I was working with the actor Sophia Dobroshin and directing her to direct Annie, that became the funniest part of it.
Definitely.
And the co-writer, another Annie, behind the scenes Annie Sickerman, was like, we need to pivot so that it's a show within a show within a show. Like, let's just have this whole thing. And it escalated into that, which was, it's very layered. It's like an onion.
Now, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say one thing on that. Sophia came to me. We started doing this whole thing, and it made me the fact that Sophia and then the whole team, Annie, other Sophia, Minot, everybody, the whole team was working so hard, made me want to work even harder, hustle even harder to get better roles, to get more, so that they would be proud of me, you know what I mean? So that they'd say, okay, we have more stuff to write about. Like, I didn't just sit back and just say, okay, let them just write a show about me. It was just very encouraging to me on top of everything. It was like so encouraging that there it is.
Well, Annie, they show a lot of your life, and just even in that first episode, they go into some of the things that have happened to you in your past, and they tell your story very openly. And so what was it like to kind of go through this and share maybe those hard moments that you've experienced in your life?
Well, it started with the trust that I have in Sophia, and the comfort level that I had in discussing all this. And I feel that I wanted to be very open and to show the world and whoever wants to see or know that it doesn't matter what you go through. You can always come out the other side. You have to work at it and so on and so forth. But everything is not the end of the world. You can make it through hard times, bad times, whatever it is. You can do it. You can do it. I mean, and I'm living proof of that. And that's part of my message.
Which I think is really important, and I think it's really important that people hear this, and especially maybe those younger people dreaming or those younger people going through their hardship, and not even just the younger people, but people in general, hearing that you had this dream, you started it, and you've been successful in it.
It's possible. It's possible. You know, life, you fall down. I fall down. I make mistakes all the time. My life is a big mistake, and I've cried many, many tears. But I can only cry so much. So you say to yourself, am I going to stay down on the floor and just cry forever and that's the end of it? Or am I going to get up and give myself another chance? People will help you, but you got to give yourself, it comes from within. And that's why when I, was talking to Sophia and we went through just so much together, it's been a few years in the making. And she probably knows more about me than basically anybody. It's fabulous. It really is.
So would you guys say that your friendship is as strong off camera as it becomes on camera as well?
Yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I love to hear that. Now, Sophia, you have worked a lot on music videos, and so that means that you have a little bit more creative freedom just because you get to kind of direct and see these visions for these music videos, but this is totally your vision coming to life. So how has it felt to make that switch from those music videos to something like Who's Annie?
I mean, you can have some creative freedom with music videos more so than other projects, of course. But at the same time, at the end of the day, that product is for that band, right?
Right.
This is like completely coming from me. Like this is every part of me. This is so many things that I've always wanted to say, so many things that I've wanted to talk about. And I mean, I couldn't be happier to finally have something out there that really represents me as a filmmaker. I guess I've made other things before, but never at this high caliber. Like I really made sure that everything looked the way I wanted it to. Like we weren't making compromises, even though our budget was very small. We made it happen. And I had a lot of people believe in me and believe in Annie, who made this very possible and made it exactly what I wanted it to be.
Which is so incredible, and it's so incredible to hear both of you guys talk about it and then see it come to life. And people are going to be in love with the series because I cannot wait for the next episode already, since I got to see the first one and I was like left ready for the next one. So what was your guys' favorite part about filming it?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I can't even answer that question without laughing. We had Sophia, take this from this, so much fun. It was a ball. We had so much fun.
Oh man, I mean, we filmed a lot in my parents' house, which was pretty surreal. Maybe one of my favorite days is the scenes, the end part of it where Annie and I are both in my parents' bedroom in the house that I grew up in. And we made quite a mess. You'll have to see the episode to totally understand, but it was one of the messiest things. And my parents were just away for the weekend. I sent them away, and I still don't know if they know exactly what their house looked like during that. So there was a lot of laughter that day.
I get to tell you, one of my favorite scenes was with Lily.
Oh, of course. With Lily,
oh my God. I don't even want to, mention what it was, but we would just it was really non-scripted. We were just going back and forth with it. And I had so much fun because it's like a completely out of body experience, almost just free for all. And it was hysterical. We could barely speak on camera because we were all literally holding each other up, laughing so hard. It was that funny. It really, really was.
Yeah, Annie and comedian Lily Murata are in a scene together in this pilot that is, we had an outline for what they should do, but we just kind of gave them bullet points and they just ran with it. And it was, we were all dying.
Oh my God.
I love those moments. Now, if people are interested in seeing the wonderful pilot at Slam Dance, where can they go? When can they see it? And how can they get tickets?
Oh, well, through the Slam Dance website, you can get a ticket for the premiere, which is on the 22nd at 9:45. And then there's another screening on January 26th, which is going to be at 11:30 a.m. So you have 2 chances to see this.
Which I feel like seeing it in the morning is starting your day off so right, because you're just going to start your day off by giggling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you both very much for taking the time to chat with me. Now, I have one very simple final question. If there's someone out there who aspires to do what either of you guys are doing, what piece of advice would you give them?
Don't give up. We had a lot of, in making this show, there were a lot of challenges, and it took us a really long time, whether it was COVID or financial constraints, what have you. There were a lot of things that made me think, like, can I do this? Can I make this happen? And I took a lot of risks, and I feel better that I did than if I didn't, even if the result wasn't as good. I feel like you really need to take risks and believe in yourself. Annie, I'm sure she has very inspiring advice about.
I have one thing to say. On the tagline, and I think that I had said this in the show somewhere, grab your dreams by the throat. Just grab it. That's the truth. That's what I tell people. You got one life. Live it. You got one life. Go for it.
I think these are both great pieces of advice. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to chat with me. I feel very fortunate to have spent some time with you, giggle a little bit just from the commentary and the things that have been said here, but I highly recommend that everyone sees this pilot because I was laughing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Make sure that if you're in the area, you go check out Slam Dance because it is going to be one of those things you're not going to want to miss. Who's Annie is going to premiere, and it is going to be a ton of fun, so make sure you check it out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket, and if you have not seen one of these, well, then they are great for the environment, and the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just going to fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more, and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now it's that time of the morning where we're going to give you our nice scoreboard update. For those of you who have not heard of the scoreboard, it's where we introduce you to some of our incredible local athletes throughout our community at the high school sporting level. And that way we can show you what's happening at Eagle Valley, at Vail Christian, at Battle Mountain, at Vail Mountain School, and introduce you to the coaches, the players who make it a ton of fun to get out there and support a bunch of our local athletes. You can catch the scoreboard every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday right here on Good Morning Vail, so let's take a look first thing this morning.
Welcome to the Scoreboard. I'm Ben Roof. It's a Thursday afternoon here with a good amount of snow on the ground. It's also quite cold, but we are here at Eagle Valley High School for the Eagle Valley versus Glenwood Springs varsity lacrosse game. We're going to catch some highlights from the game, speak to some of the players after the game. Hope you'll stick with us. We are here on the Scoreboard with Declan Kelly, a junior of the Eagle Valley varsity lacrosse team, and you guys just beat Glenwood. How does it feel to get a win after a little bit of a disappointing streak there?
It's pretty great. It's great to roll into spring break with a win. All the guys have been working, showing up to practice, so finally we can get the result, and I'm happy for it.
I imagine it's nice to beat Glenwood too.
For sure, for sure. They're a gritty team, and they play us hard every time, but it's great to get a win against them.
So tell me a little bit about your role with the team. What position do you play, and sort of what role do you take in sort of the, your position on the team?
I take face-offs for the team, but I also hop in the offense a lot. I'm pretty speedy according to coach, and so I like to clear the ball a lot and run it down the field, but I just try to do everything I can.
I imagine that coming straight off your hockey season too kind of helps you have a little bit extra gas in the tank compared to people who don't play a winter sport. Do you feel like there's anything there in the beginning of the season?
The transition's actually really hard on the body because you're using different muscles. So you see all the hockey guys like groaning and, my feet, my ankles. So all the coaches call us soft. But when it comes to ground balls, we always get those because we're got more tenacity than the other guys who haven't been playing all winter.
What about the difference in the physicality of the game? How does contact differ from hockey to lacrosse?
Lacrosse is way more brutal. You get whacked, you got way less pads, and they can just go ham on your shoulders. And hockey, it's kind of more skill-wise. Like, you can move around people, you got full pads, and when you hit the ground, you slide, right? And lacrosse, it's just a hard, brutal crash.
I've always found that turf seems to somehow be a little bit harder than ice.
For sure. Everyone thinks that's the craziest thing ever, but it is so true.
Well, Declan, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you go in and get warm, and congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
We are here on the Scoreboard with Josh Bissett of the Eagle Valley varsity lacrosse team. He's a senior, and you guys just beat Glenwood. How does that win feel?
It feels great. We've been losing a lot as of late, so it's good to finally get some uphill momentum. We were close against Aspen the other day. We were close against Battle Mountain, taking them both into OT, so it feels good to finally, play a good 4 quarters and finally get that win.
You guys have had a really rough schedule recently. Facing off against all of the top teams in the entire state. I imagine that's setting you up for some success moving forward, but I bet that was a little bit brutal recently. How does it,
Yeah,
tell me about that?
Yeah, the morale was kind of down just because we were playing such hard teams and we kept losing to them. So it's understandable, but, we are playing the best teams in the state. So when we go into the playoffs, hopefully we'll make a pretty good run against these teams that haven't been playing as tough of schedule as us. In my opinion, I think we play in one of the best conferences in 4A, so I definitely am excited to go into the state playoffs and see what a mountain team can do.
You yourself had a couple of fantastic plays today, including an awesome behind-the-back shot. Tell me a little bit about that shot. I hear that Coach isn't super happy with you trying to do that all the time.
Yeah, I did it at the beginning of the season during some, like West Jenny, and he's like, "Are you ever going to do that in a game?" So I'm like, "You know what, Coach? I'm going to have to pull it out one of these days and show you that I can actually do it in a game." So I decided to go for it on the sideline over here, just behind the back. The guy came across my face, and, I just decided to go for it and worked out. So I'm very happy. Hopefully not going to get yelled at too much tomorrow for that, but
Well,
never know.
if it works out, right? It works out. So you also play football, right?
I do, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how the sports are different, how like it's different playing football versus playing lacrosse, and kind of that in between seasons, and what do you do then?
Yeah, so during football, I definitely think it's more of like a rock and roll type style game, like, tougher to do, in my opinion.
Thank you so much to the athletes who stopped to talk to us after today's lacrosse game, and congratulations, Eagle Valley, on your big win. You guys enjoy your spring break. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's update. Don't forget to catch us here next time on The Scoreboard.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there, this is Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail. And on today's episode, I'm so excited to bring to you Chris Anthony, the skier, the Hall of Fame inductee, the filmmaker, and the founder of the Chris Anthony Youth Project. So please watch today's version of Good Day Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take another look at that local weather forecast for today. We are expecting to see those temperatures warm up just a little bit. 34 degrees around 8 a.m., high of 45. Now a 70% chance of precipitation throughout the course of today. First thing this morning, we are expecting to see partly cloudy skies, then that cloud coverage, and that storm system is going to move in. Rain and snow mix into this afternoon. So rain at those lower elevations, snow at those higher elevations, winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see that sunshine's going to be out first thing this morning. Cloud coverage slowly increasing throughout the course of today. Rain into the later afternoon, and then snow as we approach this evening. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor, the entire thing has this nice low pressure system bringing us this storm front sitting above it. 52 degrees in Denver with a 70% chance of moisture, 45 in Vail with a 70% chance of precipitation, 46 in Avon, 70% chance, decreasing just a little bit as we make our way west towards Eagle, 48 degrees with a 60% chance of precipitation. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 27 degrees is our overnight low, 80% chance of snowfall. Now, we are expecting to see that snow stick around for a little bit. That's going to taper off, and then we will see those cloudy skies. We are expecting to see winds continue out of the west, slightly shifting directions coming out of the west, northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, slight chances of precipitation from Wednesday to Friday. Temperatures spanning from the high 40s to the low 40s, but we will see them reach up into the 50s throughout the course of those next 3 days, and then beautiful sunshine as we make our way into the weekend with those warmer temperatures on Saturday and Sunday. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this weather report this morning. Now we're going to introduce you to a great show that you can find called All the Queen's Men. Let's take a look. Are you looking for a binge-worthy show that you can just sit down and crush all of it because it's that good? Well, All the Queen's Men is exactly that, and we're here with one of the leading actors, Sky Black. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
I was reading about you online. You've had a very impressive career. You've done some crazy things. You've been on some big stages with some really big names, dancing, and now you're really taking the acting field by storm.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Acting is my love. It's my passion. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be a working actor. That's a feat within itself.
It's really impressive, and you play this leading role, and your character is so important to the series. So can you give us a little more information about your character on All the Queen's Men?
I play Amp Addiction Anthony on All the Queen's Men, and Amp is the lens. Amp is the viewer's lens. He brings you into the world because he just got out of prison from being in for a 9-year stint for killing his girlfriend in a car accident that we find out in season 1 because of a drinking problem. He was an athlete. He had a teenage drinking problem, and like I just said, he went into jail for 10 years. So now 9 years, but almost 10 years. It's a long time. So now you're seeing Amp come out of prison, get adjusted to new life. And because his aunt is the leader of Club Eden and this under-crime belly of this Atlanta male exotic dancing world, she's been his only savior while he was in prison. So now you're seeing him come out and adapt to life because his aunt is all he has. So he's adapting to life, and he's adapting to this new high, suspenseful turns and roller coaster world.
I think it's going to be a great season 2, and I know a lot of people are really looking forward to it. So what has been your favorite part of working on set so far?
Let's see, my favorite part. I think my favorite part working on set is the not knowing. And I say that I learn my lines, I know all my lines, but I never know what's going to come out. I literally submit to the moment. So that's been my favorite part of being on set. And we work very, very fast. We film about 20 episodes in about 3 weeks. So you just go and you let it go and plow forward. That's been the best part. That's been the best part for me because you never know what's going to happen.
I think it's really fun to work in those fast, up-pace environments for sure, because then you're always going. And it sounds like you have a little bit of freedom with maybe not fully knowing your lines.
Oh, no, I always know my lines. I always know my lines. I have a little trick, and I haven't said this yet. I learn my entire season before I go to work. So by the time I go to work, I'm literally living every single thing. So I know all my lines, but I never know what I'm actually going to do, and I never know how I'm actually going to feel, if that makes sense.
That makes more sense than not knowing your lines. I was like, wow, bold strategy, but I like it. I mean, ad-libbing is great and good for you for doing so. Now, if there's a young person watching or maybe someone who's aspiring to get into the acting game, what would you give them as your one piece of advice?
I would say this, and I know people say it all the time, don't stop. Don't stop and listen to no one but yourself. If there are going to be people who are come by and say, hey, don't do it, you shouldn't do it. If it's in your heart, it's your vision and it was given to you for a reason. Don't stop. Just don't stop.
I think that's a wonderful piece of advice, and I think that that really could translate to any dreams that people want to chase. Now, if people are interested in watching and seeing you on the show, where can they watch it?
Tune in to BET Plus. If you don't have the BET Plus app, you can get it just like you can get anything else. But All the Queen's Men, Season 1 and Season 2, and now the first 4 episodes of Season 2B are now streaming on BET Plus.
Sky, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and thank you for the incredible work you do. You make this show very binge-worthy with your lead role.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. And stay warm.
Thank you. Make sure that you check out All the Queen's Men. That way you can binge the show, see this incredible actor, and see his acting journey. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Hi, this is Maddie Evans, and you're watching the TV8 Visitors Bureau. Right here where I'm standing, we're at the Lions Head bus stop. Now, if you're looking to make your way from Lions Head to Vail Village, this is the place you want to be because the in-town bus runs here pretty frequently. You can catch it every 10 to 15 minutes on the dot right here, and they've got a nice countdown so that you'll know when that bus is approaching and how far away it is. And then there's multiple bus stops along the way, making sure you get to the right place. And all you have to do to request a bus stop in the in-town buses is pull the cord and you're set to get off the bus. Now that we've made our way here into Vail Village, you can go explore all of the great shops and restaurants that they have over here, but there are so many great stops along the way. On the in-town bus route, you can stop at the library, or you can stop at the medical center, or you can stop in Solaris. There are so many of them to stop and enjoy, and especially when the hustle and bustle of the town is taking place. Now, if you did park over in Lions Head, it's really easy. All you have to do is wait 15 minutes, jump right back on the bus, and it'll deliver you to the parking structure. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Visitors Bureau. If there's anything else you need to know or if you want to see, make sure you contact us and we'll get it made for you. That's been it for this episode of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We'll see you next time.
Hi, it's Master TV8 Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tv8vail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we have so many opportunities to chat with so many great people and learn their stories and their hardships and then how they've totally come out on top and they've made a difference in either our community or in much larger communities. And so we had the chance to bring together not only part of our wonderful Rotary Club here, but chat with someone who is a polio survivor. So let's take a look right now. The fight to end polio is always on, and there are so many great advocates to push this forward, and your local Rotary is a great place where you can start with this. But I've got two incredible individuals joining me right now. We've got Ramesh and Penny, and Ramesh has a very unique story as he is a polio survivor himself, and then Penny is just very involved with our local Rotary. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Ramesh, let's talk a little bit about your experience with polio and how this has driven you to make such big leaps in the community of ending polio.
Sure. So to put it in a context here, April 12th, 1955, Dr. Jonas Salk gave a gift to the world, and that gift was the polio vaccine. I was living in Coimbatore, India, in the southern state of Tamil Nadu, and 25 years after the release of the vaccine, in 1980, I contracted polio, which paralyzed my legs for life because my birth mother didn't know about the polio vaccine, didn't have access to the polio vaccine. And because I was living in poverty, I contracted polio. So I was fortunately able to be adopted to a couple in the Yukon Territory in northern Canada. And I arrived in Canada in 1982. Shortly after my arrival, I received corrective surgeries, and I was able to stand up on my own 2 feet because I had access to corrective surgeries and rehabilitation. In 2002, I went back to India to meet my birth mother, Lakshmi, and give thanks to her for that selfless decision to give up her only child so that I could have a better life and I could walk. And so it was a tremendous opportunity to go back and give thanks. But when I went back in 2002, I got a glimpse into what my life could have been. And I saw a polio survivor crawling in dirt because he didn't have access to the polio vaccine. And he didn't have access to what I received in Canada, the corrective surgeries and rehabilitation. When I saw that, I was horrified, and I vowed to make a difference in the lives of polio survivors and to ensure that the polio virus doesn't claim new victims. I did my research, and I learned about the promise that Rotarians around the world made to the world's children, that they would work and fund a polio-free world. And I was like, I want to be part of that excitement. And I thought of different creative ways to raise awareness and funds for polio eradication. And so I just decided I'm going to learn how to use a hand cycle across Canada in a program I called Cycle to Walk to raise funds and awareness for polio eradication, education, and rehabilitation. And I approached the local Rotary clubs in the Yukon Territory and shared with them my dream of Cycle to Walk, and they embraced it because Rotarians in Canada, US, and worldwide are so committed to ending polio. And so that campaign, Cycle to Walk, started on April 12th of 2008, mile zero of the Trans-Canada Highway in Victoria, BC. And it was 7,140 kilometers all the way to the most easterly northern point in North America and in Canada, and it was called Cape Spear, Newfoundland and Labrador. Together with the team, I was able to raise awareness and funds for polio eradication, education, and rehabilitation. What I learned on that cross-Canada trip was that people really thought that we had already eradicated polio. It was out of sight, out of mind. So it was really good awareness and education that, hey, a case of polio anywhere in the world is a threat to everyone in the world. And so that's why we need to continue to work together and fund the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, which is our driving polio eradication program that's administered by the World Health Organization. And that started in 1988. So in summary, that's sort of a little bit of my background, what led me to do the Cross Canada tour. And since the 2008 Cycle to Walk campaign, I've traveled around the world, meeting with whoever I can, whoever will listen, on the importance that we need to continue our efforts in the fight against polio. And part of that advocacy has been meeting with world leaders and Rotarians, who are great leaders in their community, to promote vaccines and to promote the continued financial support of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative.
Which, throughout your travels, you've met some of the most incredible world leaders. And so do you want to chat with us just a little bit about how this experience has changed your outlook on kind of the driving force behind what you're doing right now?
Well, it's important that we all use our voice to reach out to our leaders around the world, because without our voice and prioritizing polio eradication efforts, we're not going to get the job done. And we are in a position where the World Health Organization needs $4.6 billion to complete polio eradication activities over the next 5 years in order to get the job done and end polio for good. And a couple examples of people that I've had the honor of meeting was at the Queen Elizabeth II. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is she was the head of the Commonwealth. And there's 52 member states in the Commonwealth. And cumulatively, there's been $2 billion between those 52 countries that have contributed to our efforts to ending polio. So it's important that as Rotarians, as global citizens, that we are raising our voice to ensure that government leaders are still prioritizing polio eradication efforts. Another person that I was able to meet was the late Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who is a polio survivor. And he said to me when I met him, "Do you think I gave up on life because I contracted polio?" I'm like, "No, absolutely not. You're Archbishop Tutu." And he goes, "No, I didn't give up." And polio affected his ability to write, to use his right hand. And he just took time and taught himself to learn to write with his left hand. And he has since, prior to his passing, he has since joined Rotary International in their efforts and has been an ambassador for the End Polio program. It's exciting to talk to you today because they just had a polio pledging event at the World Health Summit that's being held in Berlin, Germany right now. And it's exciting to let you know that just over $2.4 billion has been pledged in our efforts to end polio, which is absolutely amazing. And that just happened a couple hours ago. So, but we still need our fellow Rotarians, global citizens, community members everywhere to get vaccinated and to raise their voice so that we're continuing to fund the polio eradication efforts.
Which I think is so important, and it's such a great opportunity for people to get involved. Now, Penny, speaking a little bit closer to home here in the United States, how much easier is it for people to get involved, and that way, if they would like to and they would like to make these changes, they can do so?
Yeah, if you want to learn more about polio or donate, you can go to endpolio.org and make a donation there. There's tons of information, so you can learn more about polio. You can share that information with other people. And the fact that, October 24th is World Polio Day, that's the day when we really try to draw attention to polio. I love Ramesh's story because, here in the US, at least until recently, polio was a done deal. We didn't have polio here. So, and now we've had, it's reared its face again. So getting that education is really important. And also our local Rotary clubs, there's one in Vail, which is the one I'm a member of. There's one in Edwards, and there's one down in Eagle. And we're focused on making the world a better place, making our communities a better place, and also improving ourselves. And if, you have the spirit of wanting to do service and wanting to really change the world, Rotary is a great way to get involved and help do that. And one of the ways we're doing that is polio, is by working to eradicate polio. Also, if you make a donation on endpolio.org, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation triples it. So your dollar turns into $3. $3, right, Ramesh?
It does, yeah. It's $2.
Yeah, so for every dollar you give, they're going to triple it. And that's just incredible. And I don't know of any other, charity that does that at this point. So you can make a donation of $5, $10, and that becomes, $15, $30, and helps us eradicate polio.
Which is amazing and such a big stride forward that everyone is making here by joining the Rotary Clubs or by just donating, especially because that tripling of the dollar value is incredible. I want to thank you guys both so much for taking the time, giving us all this great information, sharing your stories, and doing what you do, because the fight to end polio is continuing, and we're really grateful for people like you who are front running it.
Thanks very much, Maddie.
Thanks, Maddie.
Make sure that you check out your local Rotary Club or that you go to endpolio.org. That way you can donate some money because, like they said, for every dollar spent, it's going to be tripled by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to hour number 2 of Good Morning Vail. This is a live shot of the covered bridge first thing this morning. You can see that sun has fully made its way up and out. So if you are getting out there, maybe to do any dog walking, make sure that you layer up your sunscreen first thing. And we will expect to see that cloud coverage roll in later into this afternoon. I'm your in-studio host today, Maddie Evans, and welcome to hour number 2 of Good Morning Vail. Now it is Tuesday, April 25th, and we've got some great national holidays to celebrate on a day like today. The first one is National DNA Day, National Telephone Day, and National MS Week. Now we've got a great nonprofit here in our community, as we have quite a few nonprofits for everything that could happen around us or to us, and so Can Do MS is a great resource. If anyone you know is struggling with MS or yourself is struggling with MS, now we've got a great hour of Good Morning Vail left, as we're going to do some scoreboard updates and introduce you to some really fun local businesses that you're going to want to get out there and check out. And especially now that we are in our slower season, we were sad to see Vail Mountain close over the weekend, but we are excited to see these spring-like conditions slowly start to come our way, bring us that sunshine so we can start to get out there and participate in some of the wonderful activities. Now, things that we just want to get on your brain as we start to slowly approach the summertime is Blues, Brews, and Barbecues is right around the corner. That takes place Memorial Weekend up in Beaver Creek. Then, of course, we've got the kickoff, the official kickoff to summer with the GoPro Mountain Games brought to you by the Vail Valley Foundation. Now, you can still go online to register for some of their events and activities. It is a pet-friendly event, so if you do have a dog that maybe likes to do some dog competitions, well, they're opening it to the amateurs this year. Now, this entire competition is pros versus Joes, which is really cool because sometimes you can be standing at the coffee line and you'll be standing next to one of the world's best kayakers. So make sure that you get ready for the GoPro Mountain Games. We also want to mention that the Ford Amphitheater has quite a few shows going on throughout the course of this summer. A lot of shows have tickets still available. Some shows are already sold out, and they are bringing in a phenomenal lineup. So make sure that you go to the Gerald Ford Amphitheater website. That way you can see all of the shows that are taking place throughout the summertime. Now we've got it up on the screen. We've got Shaky Graves coming. We've got The Head and the Heart. We've got so many incredible bands. Old Crow Medicine Show. The countdown is on. Now, something else that you want to get on your calendar is not only the Ford Amphitheater, but the Vlar Performing Arts Center, as they're starting to release their summer lineup as well for a bunch of great activities that you can participate in. Now, the Vail Valley Foundation does so many incredible things throughout our community, and so much of it is things like this. So make sure that you get out there and you have all of the fun this summer with the live music. Hot Summer Nights is coming back, and we've just got a ton of fun things happening. Mountain Pride is doing Pride in the Park. So all of these wonderful things that we love to see throughout our beautiful summer season. So make sure that you check those out. Now, we are doing a new thing where we're talking about the bread of the day, and the bread of the day is brought to you by Amaza. So let's take a look right now. Amaza bread is down in Eagle. Now they bake their bread each and every day, nice and fresh, so that you can have a loaf of love, and they always change the flavors of the loaf that you can go down there and buy. And you can purchase these delicious and decadent loaves of bread from Nap Harvest. And so today's loaf of the day is a seeded rye bread. If you like rye breads, well then you're going to want to make your way down to Eagle. Like I said, make your way to Nap Harvest and enjoy some delicious bread. Now there's always sourdough bread daily, and it is delicious as well. And then it continues throughout the week to slowly shift and change. So make sure that you check out Nap Harvest and their delicious bread specials baked by Amaza Breads. Now let's take a look at that local weather forecast. We just looked at that live shot outside, looking towards the covered bridge and Gondola 1. You could see that that sunshine had made its way out just a little bit. And so if you are expecting to make your way out there throughout the course of this morning, know that we are expecting to see a little bit of sunshine first thing this morning. Partly cloudy skies early. And then we are going to see that rain and snow mix later into the afternoon. 34 degrees outside right about now, high of 45, 70% chance of snowfall. Winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of today. As we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see those sunny skies first thing this morning. Cloud coverage slowly increasing throughout the course of today. Now when we do start to see that precipitation make its way in, we are going to see that wintry mix because we are expecting to see those warmer temperatures, and then it will make its way to snow as we approach this evening. Higher elevations will see that snowfall. Lower elevations will most likely see rain throughout the course of today. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor, Denver is expecting quite a bit of precipitation as well. 52 degrees, 70% chance of moisture down there. 45 in Vail with a 70% chance of moisture. 46 in Avon, 70% chance of precipitation. 48 in Eagle with a 60% chance of moisture. So this low pressure system sitting above the I-70 corridor bringing us this nice storm front. Now the traction laws are in effect if you are making your way up and over Vail Pass, so just be prepared for that as well. As we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 27 degrees is our overnight low. 80% chance of snowfall. Now snow showers are likely, but that's going to transform into cloudy skies as we continue throughout the course of tonight. Winds continuing out of the west, slightly shifting directions, coming out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour overnight tonight. And then we are expecting to see those temperatures warm up just a little bit throughout the course of the next 5 days. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, are 20% chances of precipitation, partly cloudy skies, temperatures ranging from 48 degrees to 53 degrees, back down to 46 degrees. But then by the weekend, we are expecting to see that beautiful sunshine make its way out. 56 degrees on Saturday, 60 degrees on Sunday. Mostly sunny skies by Sunday, but we are expecting to see quite a bit of sunshine. And I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for these spring-like temperatures. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then make sure you tune in every day at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. to catch the Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe. I'll be your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, here on Channel 92 from TV8, we love to create as many locally produced content programs as possible, and one of them is Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller, where she'll inspire you to make some delicious meals for your family or for yourself that are going to be healthy, easy to do, and absolutely fantastic. And so we're going to take a look at a little sneak peek, if you please, at Tracy making some delicious shrimps. Now, you can tune in to a full episode of Colorful Cooking Monday through Friday at noon. That way you can get the entire recipe, but let's look at these delicious shrimps.
Welcome back to Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. I am Tracy. Thanks for joining us here today. We're talking all about shrimp, how healthy and how easy it is to cook. So I have a farm shrimp, and I have a wild caught shrimp. So when you're getting ready to cook it, you kind of want to pat it dry. People are always amazed when I tell them this, but like even if I have a piece of fish or something, I will just gently squeeze it after it thaws out when it's frozen to get some of that excess water. Because if you're going to put it in your pan and you're going to try to get a sear on it, then you're not going to get rid of that excess water. It's going to kind of fill up in your pan and boil your shrimp, which is not what we are after. So just pat it dry a little bit with a paper towel, real gently too. You don't want to like manhandle those little tiny crustaceans. It's not going to taste as good. So real easy to peel. You just pull the tail off, flip it over, take the legs, and they should come off nice and easy. When you're working with the farmed fish, a lot of times they just have the tails on there, so you just pull those off really quickly. So season it generously with salt and pepper, and then a nice little ingredient that you can put on there, just a tiny, tiny bit of sugar. Why do we do that? It's just going to bring out the natural sweetness of the shrimp. And when we put it in the pan, it's going to help to caramelize a little. And literally, shrimp take about 5 minutes to cook. These are already pink shrimp, so we're not going to see them change a color, but a lot of times when they're a grayish color when they start, they just turn pink right away. So here we are. We're going to have those cook. I do have my salad started. This salad has cucumbers, sliced cucumbers, and peaches. If it's a really fresh peach, all you do is take a cut and go right around that. This is called the stone fruit. The seed is in the middle, and you should be able to turn it and open it up like that. That is the easiest way and the nicest way to open up a fresh peach. A lot of times the juice will be squeezing all over you, but not today because, like I said, it's not quite as ripe as it should be. All right, we're just going to slice these up really thin. Can you hear that shrimp cooking? It smells good already. Just a little bit of simple seasoning. I have my cucumbers, so I'm just going to put my peaches down. And as the shrimp are starting to cook, you'll see that their tails are turning a little bit, and then you just want to flip them over. This is literally going to take about 1 more minute. And the key to cooking any seafood and shrimp is don't overcook it. So right about this point, I'm actually just going to turn the heat off and let them cook that side right now real easily. So turn the heat off. They're already kind of firm to the touch. They've got a little caramelization. They're looking good. And now let's make a vinaigrette. We're going to go a little bit of olive oil, equal parts olive oil, orange juice. Orange juice is one of my favorite ingredients when I am making vinaigrettes because it's low in calorie. It gives it that nice flavor, and it's juicy and has that citrus. So you can use that quite often. All right, we're going to do a little bit of cinnamon. I'm actually going to get this one out right now because I need a spoon for cinnamon, because if you overdo it, you're going to be in trouble. So we're going to use about a teaspoon of cinnamon and almost a teaspoon of cumin. We're going to go a little bit less on the cumin because it's so strong. We're going to do those two right in there. And when you're working with dried herbs like this, you really want to let them sit in the juices for a little bit. So you want to make this and then let it sit. Not for a long time, but you do want to let it sit for a little bit. See, now shake it up. Okay, it's an interesting color. And that cinnamon is going to be dry right now. So the longer we let it sit right here, and I don't mean like days or anything like that. I mean, you can just let it sit for like a half hour or so. The longer we let it sit, the better it's going to taste. So let me get this out of the way and bring our salad in. The shrimp is looking good. I am going to plate this up and put our vinaigrette on. When we come back, we'll show you the finished product here, and then we'll get going with our farmed shrimp and make a delicious, creamy shrimp salad. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller. I am Tracy. Thanks for joining us here today. We're talking all about shrimp, how healthy and how easy it is to cook. We are just going to cut these into little pieces. Actually, a lot of times when I'm making this shrimp salad, I will put it in my food processor, but I didn't want to lug the food processor in here today. So we're just going to slice this shrimp up, kind of nice and easy. If you put it in a little row, put them all together. My whole family's from Florida, so they actually have shrimp nets like right outside on their docks, and we eat the freshest shrimp you can possibly imagine. Mayport shrimp in Florida is delicious. Really, if you can get any shrimp from the Texas, the Gulf of Mexico, or Florida, you're going to be in pretty good shape with that flavor. And again, just don't overcook it, and you'll be tasting it and enjoying it. Okay, so here we go. We have our shrimp cut up into small pieces for the shrimp salad. And this one, sorry, I'm gonna add a few calories to this because it's gonna be nice and creamy. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a mixture of sour cream and mayonnaise. Now, I'm a huge mayonnaise fan. I love eggs, I love mayonnaise, but mayonnaise alone sometimes when you're making a salad like that, it's just a little too strong. So I like to mix mine with a little bit of sour cream. I actually do a half and half, 50% sour cream, 50% mayonnaise. Tons of salt and pepper. Either use dill or use tarragon. And if you're ever cooking lobster, tarragon is really, really good. It has all these little like leaves like this, and all you do is pull the leaves right off of the stems, and then we're going to chop them up. It's super easy, super fragrant, and it kind of has like a licorice type of flavor to it. So we're just going to take those right off. Actually, I just do it that way. Take them off that way. You can really put any herbs you want in here. If you would prefer, you know, parsley or something like that, you can do that. Really making something that turns out to be in your recipe repertoire all the time. All right, super simple. Cut up cooked shrimp. We have tarragon, salt and pepper, mayonnaise, and sour cream. We're just going to kind of fold it all together and make ourselves this nice creamy salad. This is so good. I eat this just by itself, and I do a lot of this in like little individual cups, and people love it. And you can either eat it by itself, you can eat it on a salad, you can eat it with crackers or crudité if you wanted to, or you can put it in a wrap and take it out on a picnic. One of the things, though, about wrapping up creamy dishes, there's a little trick, especially if you want to take it out on your picnic. So right now, we're just going to put it on our bed of lettuce. This would be a nice little light lunch for you, packed with protein and vitamins and minerals, nice and light and delicious with a little bit of creaminess. I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper right on there, especially pepper. And then when we return, I will show you how to wrap that in a tortilla. So if you want a sandwich, if you're going on a hike or something, hitting the lake or the river, we're going to wrap that. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to make those wraps still taste good and not get too soggy if you're going on a picnic. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking. I'm Tracy Miller. Thanks for joining us here today. We are talking about shrimp, and we just made a shrimp salad with a creamy mayonnaise sour cream base, and we used tarragon today, which is actually delicious. I was crying a little bit because I didn't have the dill that I usually like to use with my shrimp salad. Have to compromise when you're using fresh ingredients, and that tarragon, it tastes really good. So start with some lettuce, and make sure your lettuce is dry. Like I've been telling you, kind of all day here, is dry things off, because all of that moisture is going to make your wrap mushy, and it's going to make your shrimp boil when you're putting it in the pan. So I have the shrimp salad here. I'm just going to put that down right on top, and I'm going to take a little bit of the mayonnaise base and kind of make like a little bit of glue to seal it closed. I love making wraps. I don't know why. I just really like rolling things. So take it like that. Pull it all out your way, move your fingers around so that you know that like you're going to get a good bite on every sandwich, and then just roll that baby up. That glue right there is going to seal it closed. And then I like to cut it in half. And when I'm making wraps and I'm getting ready to go on a picnic, or usually I'm getting ready to cater or go on a gig or something like that, what I do is I just put the wrap in the fridge uncovered until I'm ready to wrap it up. Because if you wrap it up in cellophane, what's going to happen is it's going to get all mushy. And since we have a creamy base, you want some mayonnaise on your sandwich, when you're making wraps, you want to have a layer. You want to have that lettuce layer to protect the mayonnaise on the inside and the wrap. Seems simple, but you can really kind of make a mushy sandwich if you're having it wrapped up for a little while. So we've got the two salads today. For the shrimp salad with peaches and cucumbers, and that's in a cumin cinnamon vinaigrette. And then we will also have the recipe here for you with the shrimp salad, which I'm going to say you're probably going to like a lot. Thanks for joining me here on Colorful Cooking today. Eat shrimp. It's low in calories, high in protein, and really good for you.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More Scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Good morning, Vail.
Now that our winter season is winding down and there are still some things for you to get out there and do and enjoy, and especially if you want to listen to live music, and as we approach the summer, we're going to have so many wonderful activities, and we like to introduce you to some of those fun activities. And this is something that I did not know existed in our community until the fall of last year, and that's wood and steel axe, where you can go throw axes. And so last year we had the opportunity to go play around with some axes, so let's take a look. If you're looking for something fun to do, well, there's a great way to kill some time and have a good time while you're doing it. And we're at Wood and Steel Axe right now, and I'm here with Tony Herrera. Thank you for meeting me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys coming out and experiencing axe throwing. We absolutely love what we do in here, and pumped you're here.
They don't let me use knives on TV, even to cut like watermelon, so the fact that they're letting me use an axe is amazing. You guys don't just offer axes, though. You have a lot of really fun things to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can come in here, have a great time. We have foosball, cornhole, Jenga, ring toss games. We even have kids axe throwing for the youngsters that want to come in and have a good time throwing axes. So there's lots to do in here.
And not only that, but you have a great bar, which is directly behind us, so people can come in, they can really just enjoy, and you guys have such a cool and unique space that it's really just a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. No reservations needed. You can come in here and just hang out at the bar, grab a drink, play some Jenga with some friends, and just have a good time.
And you guys have been here for how long, and how did you get started?
So we've been partnering with the Grand Hyatt in Vail for about 2.5 years. Our business started in 2019 with one mobile axe throwing trailer where we really felt that we wanted to bring axe throwing to you. So we activate space, event centers, corporate outings, team buildings, you name it. Now we have 3 axe throwing trailers that travel the entire state, and we have our indoor facility here. It's 3,500 square feet. It has 4 axe bays with 8 targets, and then of course all the games that we mentioned too.
I know, and I was looking at the cornhole earlier. That's like a perfect place to do it. That way, if maybe you're not the best at throwing axes, you can throw some nice little cornhole bags and enjoy your time here.
Yeah, that's right. It's a great place to come in, especially indoors. There's not many places where you can throw bags indoors in Vail. And we're coming up on our ski season, so no better time to come indoors and have a good time.
Especially as these temperatures are starting to drop, it's going to be hard to want to stay out all night and all day outside. Although we all love to ski and snowboard, this is a great way to maybe do some après.
Absolutely. Come in here, après, relax a little bit, right? We want you to rewind, come in and just enjoy a good time and relax is most importantly. Get ready for your next work day, get ready for your next ski day. Come on in.
And you guys do large parties here as well. So if someone is coming to town, maybe a bachelor or bachelorette party, and they want to get everyone here to have a great time, that's something that they can arrange with you guys.
Absolutely. They can contact us. We can do large events. We can host up to 120 people in our indoor facility. Again, we can always come out to you at your location too, which is a lot of fun. And then we organize team buildings and games and all sorts of engagement exercises for your team to just really connect with one another. Get out of that 9 to 5, get out of that cubicle that you're in and really connect with your team.
Which I think is so important, and I think especially now after we're just coming off COVID, people have been kind of distant from each other. This is a great way to get right back into the swing of things. Get it? Haha,
Good
so
one.
funny. And kind of do something a little bit different.
Absolutely, right? Axe throwing, it's an exhilarating experience, right? You don't get to do this every day, right? So we get to put you in a little bit of an uncomfortable experience in a safe way. We're very adamant about coaching and safety, so when you come and hang out with us, we have a coach with you. We're teaching you the whole thing. We're showing you the safety, giving you some tips and tricks to really have a good time axe throwing. We want you to leave here when you're visiting us, or as a local, come visit us. But when you leave here, go back to your hometown, experience axe throwing in your hometown too.
Which I think is so amazing, and this is something that we really enjoy having here, especially because you guys do such a great job with any of the events that you get to go to and be a part of. And then the space here, like I've said, is wonderful, and it just looks like a ton of fun. And so I think you're going to teach me how to throw an axe, which I'm just a little bit nervous for.
I'd love to have the opportunity. I think we should do it.
All right, let's go learn how to throw an axe. Now we've made our way to the bay, and this is where things are going to get a ton of fun. We're going to learn how to throw some axes right now, and you're kind of a professional in this.
I don't know about professional, but I've been throwing axes for a long time, and I think we can get you to stick one today.
All right, I think that we can too, as long as my shoulder doesn't give out on us. But I think that let's go through the motions of kind of what I need to learn to be able to do this, since I've never done it before.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to swap spots with you. I'm going to have you jump up into the red box. This red box really is more just for reference. So I'm going to place you in a spot where I think you're going to throw that axe. This black line right here, don't worry about that either. It's really just a settling line. And what we mean by that is just don't cross that line until everything settles, right? That's kind of one of the safety measures that we have. All right? So one thing we're going to do is just hand you an axe right here. Just go ahead and hang on to that. I want you to hold on to that axe like a baseball bat. All right? So non-dominant hand on the bottom, dominant hand right on top. I want your feet about inside shoulder width apart. Go ahead and scoot up just a little bit, right about there. That should be a good start. And I want you to take that axe and bring it all the way back and scratch your back. You're not going to throw just yet. I'm going to step out of the way.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
And then we're just going to step and throw. Okay, you're going to come down here in a striking motion and just release your hands and let it fly out. Make sure we're not flicking our wrists. That's where some of the crazy stuff starts to happen. Just let it fly right out. You're going to stick that axe in that board. I guarantee it.
Perfect.
All right? Would you like me to show you how to do it real quick?
Yeah, but you're going to do it, I'm sure, in like finesse.
I don't know about finesse, but I'll show you a one-handed trick that we like to do when we're throwing axes. And we can teach you this whenever you come in and make a reservation with us. We do all sorts of tips and tricks, two-hand, one-hand. We even got a fun underhand one that maybe we can get into as well. So just going to step and throw, just like so. It's very simple. Anybody can do it.
Okay, perfect.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so you're going to scratch your back, step and throw just like you're throwing a ball. All right, that's a good effort right there. You really did great. I'm just going to have you step back just a little bit. One thing you'll find with our coaches is that we can really dial you in based on your height, your arm stretch, and your whole step. It's crazy, I know, but I think you're going to stick it right here.
There's a method to the madness.
There's a method to the madness for sure.
All right.
All right. Third time's the charm, right?
Right.
Okay, here we go. I want you to aim just a little bit higher. All right.
All right.
So you're going a little bit low, so I want you to release just a little bit higher. You're coming down too low. Get you right up here, okay? And there you go. Third time's the charm. That's one thing that we really pride ourselves at Wood and Steel. 3 or less, we're going to get you a stick and axe.
And
Great
so
job.
People are interested in coming to do this because it is a ton of fun. You guys have a great bar. You just have a great ambiance here. What's the best way for them to make a reservation if they want to do so?
Great question. So best way, certainly contact us or get it on our website at woodandsteelaxe.com. There's a little link on there. Click book now. You can book your reservation at the time that you feel is going to fit best for your schedule. Before dinner or after dinner is a great time to come and visit us.
And then if people want to follow you guys on social media, see the fun, and maybe learn some tips and tricks, where can they find you?
Yeah, Wood and Steel Axe. So right up top here, so you can find us at hashtag Wood and Steel Axe, Facebook, Instagram, all your social media accounts, you can find us.
Tony, thank you so much, and thanks for helping me get that
Yeah,
bullseye.
awesome. Great job.
Make sure that you come in, you check it out. It's a ton of fun here. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, we've got a Rumple blanket with us, which this is the original puffy blanket. And if you have not seen one of these, well, then they are great for the environment. And the reason that is because this blanket right here is made out of 60 recycled water bottles. So I'm just going to fold this down a little bit. You can see what the blanket looks like. These are absolutely amazing if you're getting out there to do anything outside. They are water and stain resistant as they are finished with a DWR on there, making it nice and convenient for all of your outdoor needs. Not only does it curl up into this nice little packaging, so it's super low-key, mellow to take anywhere with you, but as well as getting it out and about, it is made with synthetic insulation, which means that it is machine washable. So if you do spill something on it, it's super easy to get nice and clean. You can see that this is a beautiful one with the Arches National Park on it. You can head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on one of these fabulous blankets, or you can go to their website at sunandski.com, and that way you can order one right to your house. We want to thank them for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more, and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92. Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take another look at that local weather forecast. For today, we are expecting to see those temperatures warm up just a little bit. 34 degrees around 8 a.m., high of 45, 70% chance of precipitation. Now it's going to be a nice wintry mix throughout the course of today. Partly cloudy skies early on, and then we will see that rain and snow mix into this afternoon. Winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see that beautiful sunshine. Then we are expecting to see those cloudy skies around that 12 o'clock hour, that high setting in right around then. Temperatures cooling down, bringing us that precipitation, rain around that 4 o'clock hour, snow as we approach this evening. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, the temperatures down in Denver slightly warmer, 52 degrees, 70% chance of precipitation down there. 45 degrees in Vail with a 70% chance of moisture, 46 in Avon, 70% chance of precipitation, and then 48 in Eagle. Decreased chance of moisture with a 60% chance. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 27 degrees is our overnight low, 80% chance of snowfall. Snow showers are likely, but that's going to transform into just cloudy skies as we continue throughout the course of this evening. Now winds coming out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour tonight. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, those spring-like conditions slowly coming our way. And remember, April showers bring May flowers, and we cannot wait for those warmer temperatures. 48 degrees tomorrow with a 20% chance of precipitation, 53 on Thursday, 20% chance of moisture. Continuing into Friday, 46 degrees, 20% chance of moisture. But then as we approach the weekend, we're expecting to see that beautiful sunshine come out, those warmer temperatures. 56 degrees on Saturday, 60 degrees on Sunday. Beautiful sunshine for the weekend. So if you're looking to get out there and do anything outdoors, it's going to be a great weekend to do so. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this weather report this morning. They've got you covered on the sun aspect and the ski aspect, so make sure that you go check them out. They're located right here in the heart of Avon. Now we're going to introduce you to the Eagle Valley Library District and a great book that everyone should get their hands on.
Hello, welcome to the Eagle Valley Library District Avon branch. My name is Carrie May, and today I'd like to talk to you about some of our new books. All of the books you see behind me are brand new additions to our collections here at Eagle Valley Library District. In particular, today I wanted to talk to you about Electra. Been super excited to get my hands on this book. It's by Jennifer Saint, the same author who brought us Ariadne. This is going to be a great book for fans of Madeline Miller's Circe or Pat Barker's The Silence of the Girls. This is a traditional story of the Trojan War told from the vantage point of 3 females: Agamemnon's wife, Princess Cassandra in Troy, and Agamemnon's daughter Electra. This book promises to breathe fresh, new life into forgotten female characters from Greek mythology. Again, Greek mythology, new book, find it at EVLD. This is just one example of a new book we have coming in. We're constantly adding to our collections. Fiction, nonfiction, children's, teens are always getting new additions. Even our e-collections are constantly growing. To find brand new free e-content, check out our website at evld.org or come into the library and check out our new shelf.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey there, this is Cece from Good Day Vail, and today I had an awesome discussion with 2 avid hut trip enthusiasts. And man, if you're looking for something to do to get you out of your comfort zone, it really is about going on a winter hut trip. So watch Good Day Vail today and learn something new about how to thrive in the valley.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. If you missed the scoreboard in hour number 1 of today's episode, well then we've got you covered in hour number 2. Now the scoreboard is a great segment that we like to do to help our local athletes get some kind of almost out there a little bit more. I was going to say some press, but that's exactly what it is. They're out there, they do their sport, they do such an incredible job, and we've got such a wonderful sports team to help you realize how wonderful our local athletes are. So we checked in with the Eagle Valley Devils and some of the kids from their fabulous lacrosse team. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Scoreboard. I'm Ben Roof. It's a Thursday afternoon here with a good amount of snow on the ground. It's also quite cold, but we are here at Eagle Valley High School for the Eagle Valley versus Glenwood Springs varsity lacrosse game. We're going to catch some highlights from the game, speak to some of the players after the game. Hope you'll stick with us. We are here on the Scoreboard with Declan Kelly, a junior of the Eagle Valley varsity lacrosse team, and you guys just beat Glenwood. How does it feel to get a win after a little bit of a disappointing streak there?
It's pretty great. It's great to roll into spring break with a win. All the guys have been working, showing up to practice, so finally we can get the result, and I'm happy for it.
I imagine it's nice to beat Glenwood, too.
For sure, for sure. They're a gritty team, and they play us hard every time, but it's great to get a win against them.
And so tell me a little bit about your role with the team. What position do you play, and sort of what role do you take in sort of the, your position on the team?
I take face-offs for the team, but I also hop in the offense a lot. I'm pretty speedy, according to coach, and so I like to clear the ball a lot and run it down the field, but I just try to do everything I can.
I imagine that coming straight off your hockey season, too, kind of helps you have a little bit extra gas in the tank compared to people who don't play a winter sport. Do you feel like there's anything there in the beginning of the season?
The transition's actually really hard on the body because you're using different muscles. So you see all the hockey guys like groaning and, my feet, my ankles. So all the coaches call us soft. But when it comes to ground balls, we always get those because we're got more tenacity than the other guys who haven't been playing all winter.
What about the difference in the physicality of the game? How does contact differ from hockey to lacrosse?
Lacrosse is way more brutal. You get whacked, you got way less pads, and they can just go ham on your shoulders. And hockey, it's kind of more skill-wise, like you can move around people, you got full pads, and when you hit the ground, you slide, right? And lacrosse, it's just a hard, brutal crash.
I've always found that turf seems to somehow be a little bit harder than ice.
For sure. Everyone thinks that's the craziest thing ever, but it is so true.
Well, Declan, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you go in and get warm, and congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
We are here on the Scoreboard with Josh Bissett of the Eagle Valley varsity lacrosse team. He's a senior, and you guys just beat Glenwood. How does that win feel?
It feels great. We've been losing a lot as of late, so it's good to finally get some uphill momentum. We were close against Aspen the other day. We were close against Battle Mountain, taking them both into OT, so it feels good to finally, play a good 4 quarters and finally get that win.
You guys have had a really rough schedule recently. I mean, facing off against all of the top teams in the entire state. I imagine that's setting you up for some success moving forward, but I bet that was a little bit brutal recently. How does it, tell me
Yeah,
a little bit about that.
yeah. The morale was kind of down just because we were playing such hard teams and we kept losing to them. So it's understandable, but we are playing the best teams in the state. So when we go into the playoffs, hopefully we'll make a pretty good run against these teams that haven't been playing as tough of schedule as us. I mean, in my opinion, I think we play in one of the best conferences in 4A. So I definitely am excited to go into the state playoffs and see what a mountain team can do.
You yourself had a couple of fantastic plays today, including an awesome behind-the-back shot. Tell me a little bit about that shot. I'd hear that Coach isn't super happy with you trying to do that all the time.
Yeah, I did it at the beginning of the season during some, like West Jenny. And he's like, are you ever going to do that in a game? So I'm like, you know what, Coach? I'm going to have to pull it out one of these days and show you that I can actually do it in a game. So I decided to go for it on the sideline over here, just behind the back. The guy came across my face, and, I just decided to go for it and worked out. So I'm very happy. Hopefully not going to get yelled at too much tomorrow for that, but,
Well, if it works out, right? It works out. So you also play football, right?
I do, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how the sports are different, how, it's different playing football versus playing lacrosse and kind of that in-between seasons, and what do you do then?
Yeah, so during football, I definitely think it's more of like a rock and roll type style game, tougher to do, in my opinion.
Thank you so much to the athletes who stopped to talk to us after today's lacrosse game, and congratulations, Eagle Valley, on your big win. You guys enjoy your spring break. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's update. Don't forget to catch us here next time on The Scoreboard.
Good morning, Vail.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tva8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. A segment that we love to do is called the TV8 Visitors Bureau, and it helps you get in the know before you go do any of the wonderful things in and around our community. We had the opportunity to go up to the outlets at Silverthorne and create one to help you know where you want to go shopping, so let's take a look. If you're making your way over to the outlets at Silverthorne, well then this is your TV8 Visitors Bureau to get you in the know as you're making your way over here to enjoy all of the fabulous villages from red to blue to green. There's somewhere for everyone to shop and enjoy. Whether you're looking to update your wardrobe or maybe you want some Bath and Body Works, you want some things for your home, they've got Williams Sonoma. There are so many great options here at the outlets at Silverthorne. Now if you're looking to be a little bit more sports oriented instead of a little more clothing oriented, which is what I like to come over here and shop for, well, our sports director Blake O'Rulian has some great information for coming over here for all of your sports needs. Let's take it over to Blake.
Hey Maddie, thank you so much. Yeah, we're actually here at the outlets of Silverthorne, where there's actually 3 distinct villages that are color-coded. So the first one that we're going to talk about is right behind me, the Red Village, which is Lou Outdoors. And Lou Outdoors has all of your skateboarding needs, your outdoor needs. They have everything that you really need. It's a family-owned business, and it's a great shop to shop at. Another one that we're going to move over to now is the Green Village, which has Blue Valley ski and board rentals for all of your snow sports. So in the colder months that are coming just around the corner, you can actually go there, you can rent things, you can buy things, but it all gets you ready for your skiing and snowboarding seasons. And then lastly, we've got the Blue Village, which has Pearl Azumi, which has all of your cycling gear. So in a couple of months, when you actually have a little bit warmer weather, you can go out for that cycling time. And they've got great discounts, 10% off for students, teachers, first responders, as well as a whole lot more. There's a ton of things here at the villages, at the outlets of Silverthorne. Make sure to come check it out.
Let's take one final look at that local weather forecast. Now we are expecting to see those temperatures warm up until about the mid-40s. 70% chance of precipitation. Now we are expecting winds to come out of the west at 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of today. As we take a look at Vail by the hour, we are expecting to see a little sunshine first thing this morning. Some cloud coverage approaching as we hit that 12 o'clock hour, and then rain and snow into the afternoon, continued into the evening. Now at those higher elevations, we will see that snowfall. At those lower elevations, we will see that rain. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor, there is a nice low pressure system sitting above that entire corridor. 70% chance of precipitation spanning from Denver to Avon, decreasing a little bit as we make our way west towards Eagle. Now as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures are cooling down. 27 degrees is our overnight low. 80% chance of snowfall, winds continuing out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, slight chance of precipitation Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but then we're expecting to see that beautiful sunshine make its way out on Saturday and Sunday. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in to your Tuesday edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here each and every morning to let you know what's happening in our community for you to get out there and enjoy, and especially now that we're slowing down and we're heading into off season. We hope that you enjoy this little storm front that we're going to see today, but you get out there and you soak up that sunshine as it makes our way into our community. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and make sure you tune in tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has